Hoping it cracks 40 today. Hoping it crosses the 40.
Yikes.
What's it like in Texas?
Hoping.
Is it cold?
It's like 55 and I'm freezing.
Yeah,
Well, for us, yeah, that's cold.
yeah.
Yeah.
My family. I've got some family that lives down in Bastrop, Texas area, something like that, close to Austin. I think. I think that's where it is. You can tell I haven't been down there since last time somebody died or something. But yeah, and they're like that, man. In Texas, if it's like 62, it feels beautiful and wonderful to me. But they got coats on and
Oh yeah, dude. I'll have like sweaters and hoodies on and everything. Yeah.
yeah, it's awesome. Well, anyway, today is our first Monday VIP Q&A session. We canceled Wednesday nights and we opened up Mondays at noon. I think it makes a lot of sense to do that because it just brings a real nice consistency and fluidity to the week where every day at the same time, Monday through Friday, we're getting together or we're available for you if you're in the VIP club to log in here, come in, ask your questions, or get some deal support or some help. And so every day starting now, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at noon Central Time, we'll be doing this just like always. And I want to say thank you. It's Thanksgiving week, right? I want to say thank you to everybody that is in the VIP club and everybody that's not in the VIP club that watches. Why are you sitting on the outside? That's what I wonder. But I'm thankful for you as well. I'm thankful for everybody, and we don't always go public with these meetings like this, these Q&A sessions, and we're going to be doing some more private sessions like that too, more and more. But I thought this being the first one, we might go live everywhere. Plus, I got to show off a little bit. I got to show off Nicholas. Nicholas has got some cool things he wants to talk about today, right? You still doing that, Nicholas?
Yeah, yeah, man. I'll still do it.
Okay, cool, cool. Um, all right. So this week, I wanted to let everybody know I normally talk about my routine. Being Sunday is scraping Sunday. Monday is marketing Monday. Nicholas said, wouldn't it be cool if we called it Business Management Monday? Right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, man. Management Monday. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Um, Normally on Mondays, I have a meeting with my team. Okay, in the morning time, I'll have a meeting with my team, and so that is kind of business management. We have another meeting on Friday evening. It's kind of a follow up to the week type thing. But Monday we talk about the scrapes that we did yesterday. We talk about if there was any problems, what the numbers were. Are we hitting our targets? Okay, do we need to do any more? Okay, what messages are we going to send out tonight? What's appropriate for the scrapes that we got? Maybe it's for rents this time instead of for sale by owners. I don't really care because remember, we're like Bruce Lee here. We're like water. Whoa. I don't know why he made those noises, but that was the coolest part, right? uh, so it doesn't matter if it's maybe prop streams scraped and skip traced, data. Maybe it's something like that. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter because we can cater a message to it, a text message, and we practice those things here in the VIP club. But on Mondays, we set all that up to go out. The text go out on Thursday, but this week, Thursday is Thanksgiving. So what do we do? Well, I could tell you what, we're taking Wednesday and Thursday off, and we're not even doing anything in the club really. I mean, no Q&A this week, Wednesday and Thursday. So we're taking Wednesday and Thursday off. But I'll tell you what do they call Friday, Black Friday, right? Because it's like supposed to be the day that everybody goes out and spends so much money. And, they go do the deals that they want to do on that day. And the retailers are now, in the black as versus being in the red, underwater for the year. I don't buy that shit. I don't buy it. I think that's marketing. Okay. But I think if you were in business, I don't give a shit what business it was, and you didn't get into the black, which means you didn't start making any money until Black Friday. Would you be in the same business again next year?
Nope.
No. I mean, logic to me, guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm just naive, but but anyway, you know us in America, we got this mindset that Black Friday is the day that we all got to go check the, we got to check the deals, and then there's Cyber Monday now, which comes after Black Friday, just a few days. And so that's the day when everybody orders all their Christmas gifts on Amazon. I've already bought all my Christmas gifts. Man, I'm already done. I don't want to participate in all that stuff. Actually, I was concerned they're going to do some kind of crazy lockdown shit and we wouldn't even be able to order Christmas gifts. So that's why I went ahead and ordered mine early. Okay. But the point is people are in a mindset to do things this weekend that maybe they're not normally emotionally charged to do. So don't discount working your real estate business on Friday and Saturday this week. Okay. Because maybe even Sunday, make up for the time off, because people are going to be home, right? No different. People are going to be excited. People are going to be making plans, and people that are motivated are going to be getting more motivated because the holidays are approaching. And here we are. We're right here at the very gateway of the holidays. I'd love to get out of this house. Okay. So don't discount working this weekend. All right. So long story short, we normally set up today in my business text blast to go out Thursday, but this week we're setting them to go out Friday. Okay. So anyway, if you're following my routine, you want to jump on something like that. Okay. This week we're kind of adjusting it a little bit. All right. All right. So I hope that helps if you're on my routine. If you're not, that's okay. Whatever your routine is, just make sure that you make accommodations for friends and family this week, as well as continuing your momentum in your business. The best times to work are the times when it's like this, Friday and Saturday. Nobody wants to. A lot of your competition ain't doing diddly because they're lazy. You know what I'm saying? So Friday and Saturday is a big day. Another great time is when there's snowstorms and there's rain. It's a great time. When I was a door-to-door salesman for several different times in my life, actually. And one of the best times to do sales door-to-door, I hated to admit it, but it's so true. And all of us that did it knew the best time to do door-to-door sales is in the rain. When nobody else wants to work. Yeah. But everybody's home, everybody's inside, and everybody sees that you're out here hitting it in the middle of a storm. There must be something important that you're out here trying to do. What can I help you with, young man? What are you talking about? We'll step inside. Next thing you know, I sold a vacuum cleaner, I'm just kidding. But yes, seriously, I did. I sold vacuum cleaners for a while. But today is Q&A day. Are there any questions that we have in the Zoom room here real quick? Anything we can address? And then I'm going to let Nicholas show us some things. I put it in, I think, the description of the video on the Facebook that this is kind of an orientation event. And I'm going to try to make Mondays a little bit of an orientation event. From now on, maybe we'll try that and we'll see what happens. I know we have a lot of veterans in here too, but at the same time, we do have a lot of new people always joining the club. And so I want to take a few minutes on Monday and just get everybody situated. And Nick's got some great juice when it comes to this. Nick has come in and really set himself up pretty well. Okay. He hasn't been in the club that long, but he's really listened and taken a lot of my advice. Okay. And so he's got a nice little process that he's developed. All right. And so I'm going to let him share a little bit about that today too. And also he wants to show his actually your routine, right? How you
Right.
have your process set up.
Yeah, on like how I do it on a timeline on Evernote, and how I use Evernote's reminder as like some kind of an assistant in a way to help me get my tasks done.
Okay, great, man. So if you're out there and you want to get your routine set up, or you need to get a tool for your routine, in other words, in my opinion, if you don't have a tool for your routine, you don't really have a routine. You know, if it's up to, if I've only written it down in my mind, it's not gonna, it's not gonna happen. I'm the most productive guy, probably. I'm not going to say that. I was going to say I'm probably the most productive guy. Most people that know me know, but that's probably not true. But I'm really productive, but it's only because I track stuff and write it down. I have a real nice routine, and I have a tool that helps me manage that. And I don't have the mindset of being free from the boss so bad that I don't submit myself to the list, my day-to-day routine. So I work for that routine. I work for that list. That list is my boss, and if I do the things on the list, the business is successful. And if I don't do the things on the list, if the business has crappy employees, me being the first one, the business sucks, man. So this routine stuff is huge, so huge. Can you share screens, Nick?
Yeah, yeah.
Why don't you just get on in with this? Because this sounds really interesting. Evernote, I use Trello, and y'all hear me talk about Trello, but Evernote is a lot like Trello, I think, but
Yeah,
different.
it's real similar to Trello. Evernote's more like you can think of it as like you have 50 notebooks, and you've got each notebook has its own task of notes and responsibilities that you put in there. But this is just in a digital form where you can put it like in a timeline and keep track of things. And I'll explain it as I go. But you can treat the prospect as your note and drag them as you go down the timeline, so you can kind of keep yourself accountable for where they are and set reminders, and then notify you. And it's a really amazing tool, and all the capabilities if it can do. So.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Dive into it a little bit. Show us how it works.
Okay. For the first thing, is like I said, it's all based on notebooks. So you would go here to your notebooks, and you would create any notebook that you want, and the notebook can be anything. Let's just say you want to have something that says scrape data, or text blasts, or anything like that, which I'll show you. I've got in mine already. That you can keep note of that. So let's just say we'll put test book, right? And you just hit create. And then if you wanted to add that to your shortcuts to be able to organize that, you're just going to go to your test book here, and then you're going to add to shortcuts, and so it'll pop up right here. And then you can drag and drop and place it wherever you want. So whatever you label that book, you can keep all your things inside of there, and that is in your timeline. So all my shortcuts are my timeline, and basically my stream of that I wanted to bring the clients and prospects in. I start with the operation, I call it Operation Get It Done. And this is just like my personal note list. There's the Shut Up Money, there's the Justin's courses, so I can have easy access to them quickly. Claude's 5 management, rule of 5 there. Mind map, and it's the one amazing thing too, that you can do is you can drag and drop images. You can take images on your phone, upload them onto Evernote without even having to do anything. So if it's contracts and you don't have access to a scanner or a printer, just take a snapshot of it on your phone and upload that into Evernote, and you have that within your file for your prospect, in which I'll show you with an example here that I have. And so
cool.
it's just really cool.
Yeah.
So within this, you like, for example, the guerrilla marketing Facebook stuff. I downloaded that program and put all the text templates here. So when I know I'm going to go, I can just easily highlight, grab it, and paste it, and and it's it's as easy as it can be doing it.
Wow. Wow. So you don't have to think about, you just have to, if you're doing that yourself, right? You don't have a VA doing it, but you could.
No. Yeah, you could definitely do it. The great thing is, like, let's say if I wanted to share this particular note, I got to move this to the side here. If I wanted to share that, you can share it by email, and you can email this note to whoever it is. So if it's your VA, you can put va@me.com and send that to your VA, and that VA only has access to this particular note. And there's a huge convenience to that, which I'll get to here on the timeline, where I'll show you where that plays a huge part. That you can only, so they don't, you can keep your private stuff private, and they don't have access to go in and edit and change different things, only other than what you give them access to on that particular note.
Nice.
So that's just kind of, this is more like my personal category here. And then the target markets. I have all my target markets. Some I have in another file that I have on my computer. But there are, like, here are the text templates. So this, before Automated REI added the text templates that you can do, I had the ones that I mainly used here, and I would copy and paste.
Wow.
This is actually one of your photos here. I don't know why it's not coming up, but it's one of the text message things that you put
Yeah.
like a screenshot. But then so like, then here's like things that you sent in the chat, like absentee owners, expired listings. So I always have access and data to it, and I can go back to it. And then from what Michael had sent in the Facebook group about what not to say in your text blast, so I always have a note of it, and all these words right here.
Yeah, that's like the no words.
Right. Yeah.
So you don't have to wonder, what did that say? You've got it all saved. And is there an app? Is there an app for your phone where you can access all of this as well?
Yeah, this will just be on Evernote. Evernote is completely free. However, it's only free to 2 devices. So for me, I predominantly use my desktop and my cell phone. So for me, it's fine. But if you want to have it on your iPad and all sorts of multitude of devices, it's a whopping $7 a month. It's not that bad. But I'm just so cheap that I, like, 2 devices is good for me.
Right. No, I'm like that too, dude.
What
so, about you? What about other users? So, like, if I have a VA that I want to let access into here, do I have to pay for them? Do you know?
No, not at all. The only thing that they need to do is download the app, and that way they can open it. Now, however, there is a workaround on that. You can just send them the email copy of the note. They'll have the access to that note. And if they want to be able to make changes, they would need to have the app in order to open it within their app and make changes. But
I see. So partial access. So if you just want them to be able to know what's in there, you can just hook them up with the email notification of that. But if you wanted them to be able to edit it, you can make them a user, and they can go in with the app, or they can log in with your username and password, right?
Right. Well, if you do that, there would be no way of limiting them on all your notebooks.
Oh, yeah.
You can do that if you want. You can just create a separate account that's just meant for your VA, and then you can share those notebooks within giving your administrative access to it, and then they're only allowed to have whatever in that other Evernote account, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Yeah. See, I wouldn't want to do that because I got private stuff up in there.
Right. Yeah.
I got the secret ninja stuff in there.
Yeah. So as long as they had Evernote, and if you were to email them that, they can open that up, and it will populate it within Evernote, and then they can just edit the changes, and whatever changes they make is saved in real time. They don't have to resend it to you, because it's a shared note. So whatever they're doing and changing it on the fly, it's going to be saved on your account as well until you terminate the access for them on that note. So it's a pretty cool, really cool tool.
That is cool.
So for example, on one of my things here, like I would put, where'd they go? I think for whatever reason, there it goes. Like for example, I took the screenshot of the numbers that I was using for Automated REI, right? And then I put the numbers I used, or the text blast, I made notes of those. When my 30-day cycle is up, when to use them. when to go back. And then all you have to do for that is where I'm talking about like a free assistant is mine is already set for the 20th of this month. But you can go here, you can change the date, and you can put whatever date and time and then select it. And then once you do that, it will remind you several times actually on your email. It will send you a text notification if you want that, hey, your reminder for this task is due. And then you just simply go in and like, oh, okay, yeah, keeps you somewhat accountable and on time to what your deadlines are.
So I could have a leads folder with my follow-ups in there, and I could set it up to notify me, and I'm not gonna miss that, right?
No, right, exactly. Yeah, so that's what I do in my target markets folder. And then so when it goes down to the leads, I have like what like Justin preaches about taking the low-hanging fruit. That's all I really do on the automated REI. I take the responses and the Zillow link and I put it here for my own, so I don't have to keep going back and logging in, logging out.
Wow, look at that lead, man. Florida, want to sell. It was my parents' house. All of us are ready to be done with it.
yeah, that's that. And red means hot. So yeah, he's on my later call for actually
perfect.
Tuesday. Yeah,
that's great. That's great.
Yeah. So,
and let's see. I'm looking, man. Don't move yet. Don't
no
move.
worries, no worries.
Maybe like, what was you thinking? Okay, see, that's a good one. That's a good one. It's now under contract, supposed to close November 13th. Oh, well, it's what's the date?
And that one I actually put and I checked over the weekend and it's back on the market for sale by owner. So definitely going to call them.
How much down is what they wanted to know. Yeah, man, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's just kind of a way, it's nothing pretty, right? It's nothing pretty, but it just keeps it in line. So how, if I would do that, let's just say if I go down here to Florida, right? And I'm going to put this thing here, you can put, let's say Houston, right? And then you're going to put, your Zillow link, whatever. And it's really cool up here. You can put a line and it'll divide it. So all those, you can keep tab of what your sections are.
I didn't know just copying and pasting. You're a copy and paste master.
Right. Yeah. It's just essentially doing that. And then whatever lead that you want to take. So let's just say, like for instance, this one here is one of my hot follow-ups. So I'm going to drag it, copy it, or even just kind of delete it, put it in my warm lead, and there you go. And then so it's in my warm lead, and then I can put the reminder. You can go here, add your reminder, add the date. I told him I'd call him around 11. And that's done. And so tomorrow at 11, it's going to remind me saying, and this note is going to pop up saying, hey, you got to call this lead and whatever it would be. So if it's like calling him, and I can add in whatever it is. So let's just say I have this like that, and then I can put, still wants to think about it, whatever. And you type in what you want. And then you set another reminder saying, hey, call this guy back in X amount of days or whatever. And just, keeps yourself accountable for it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And so whenever they get from that, they get brought down into here into seller leads. So it's like how you say, do they deserve a placement on my Trello board? It's here is, do they deserve the placement on my seller leads board? And so I made this template out where I just get their name, number, email. I make my notes on it. If I send them an offer, I just copy and paste the first part of the offer, just to know exactly what I talked to them about. And the other really cool thing, let me show you this, is really cool. So let's just say you had 100 leads in your seller leads folder, right? You can go in here and type in, the guy's name, and it'll pop up the note. Or if it was searching by the number that they called, it will pop up the note wherever you are. So it's like, you don't need to like, oh crap, what folder did I have it in? You just can go to your search bar and it'll search all the notebooks within your Evernote, which is really, really cool. And so that was like my master template. So anytime I have a new seller lead, I would just duplicate that master template and then fill that information out. And then I just put them under seller under contract, the buyer leads. Same thing. I just, keep the address of what the property they were looking at to go look at, the timeline of what we talked about, and where they're at in the process, is where I put them under the buyer leads. And if they were under a contract, I put them here. If it was a closed deal, I put them here. And if it's a property, any of the images that I would get from the property deal, I put them here, and I'll show you all this stuff in one of the deals that I finished up. And then here's all my follow-up templates, all my emails, email links. So if I go here, it's going to open up.
Did he freeze up? What happened?
Hey, I'm sorry. Which system is this? Is this Evernote or?
Yeah, Evernote. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the way it looks like a desktop that you can just move stuff.
Yeah, it does. It's pretty cool looking. It's got kind of that on the left, that up and down scrolling.
Yeah,
file
the menu.
folders, almost like a kind of reminds me of my email folders.
Yeah,
in my inbox.
Yeah, I saw that. That looks cool.
This is easier.
It's
to work
easy.
with. What are you using, Victor?
I use Freedom Soft.
Okay. So you got kind of a all-in-one package.
Yeah,
system.
I got it all in one package, and what I do is I transfer that onto from there to Trello as I go through the system. But now I have a VA that absolutely loves it and is becoming expert. So we're able to really just hammer through stuff. So right now we're working through our deal flow in such a way that we're just like being able to pop off. And it has some good features like being able to record my phone calls when I make them through the system. It has the app and everything that calls come directly to my phone, and so there's some good things in there that I like. But you had warned us before about having everything in one place in case that whole system goes down. So what I do is I have her drag everything out, and we also have a duplicate system on Trello. So we kind of move everything over to Trello. Nice. Because I'm absolutely in love with Trello and the ease of that. So I appreciate that turn on as well.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, will you come on and show us the Freedom Softs sometime soon?
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, whenever you want to.
Can you give us the expose? Because that's simple. That's simple. REI. What is it? REI Simple.
REI Simple.
That's the same stuff, right?
Yeah, it's a white label version.
Yeah, I had Freedom Soft a couple, 2 or 3 different times, and I mean, what I remember of it is really cool. But that was a while ago, so I'm betting that it's way cooler now.
It's very cool. It's robust as hell though. God.
Yeah. Give us the expose.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, whenever you're ready, I'll be glad to walk you through some stuff.
Let's pick a day. Let's pick a day right now.
That's my guy.
We got Thanksgiving on Thursdays. Can't do it then.
Can't do it then. Next week.
You want to do it next week?
Yeah.
Let's do it next week. I'll give you a whole. You can have a whole session if you want, man. I want to be there. I want to watch it, and because it's interesting, because I'm like you guys. I get to thinking about new tools and stuff too, and I'm like, see, I'm in love with PropStream too, but
yeah,
I don't know that PropStream has any kind of CRM or anything, like what I want. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. It's really complicated in a lot of ways. Yeah. So I don't know if, I've thought, man, it would be cool if I ever switch around to just go 100% pretty much PropStream, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to tackle the learning curve. I'm kind of stuck in a rut with what I like. Yeah,
the learning curve it can be murder. I spend a lot of time on the videos. I give my VA specific instructions to go learn something, and then walk me through it on a screen share, that kind of stuff. The good thing about Freedom Soft, and we'll let Nicholas get back on here. I don't want to step on his toes, but the good thing about it is they have so much access to training. So whenever you have a problem, you know, you can just quickly go to a video, you know,
Yeah.
a forum type, you know,
Nice.
solution,
Yeah.
or make a phone call and get them on the phone right now. If you have the you know, I have the $200 a month, 197 or whatever, it comes with like 6,000 leads you can pull and stuff. So, you know, at $200, I think that's, for me, that's a small cost of doing business. And I already have somebody who is becoming an expert in, you know, running the machine. So it's kind of working out.
I used to tell people to go sign up for Freedom Soft 7-day free trial and download your cash buyers list and then cancel.
I did that like 3 times before I decided to
That's crazy. That's how you get it done, man.
you get it done.
Hey, there's a guy, before Nick takes it back over here, there's a guy in the chat in YouTube, and I know we got some California guys and gals here in the club, but the username Good Looking Honky. Okay? Good looking honky. He says, "Hi guys, Peter North here, old adult film star, thinking of selling 100 acres in Orange County, California, if anyone is interested. Thanks, Peter."
There's 100 open acres in Orange County, California.
He says he's thinking of selling it, and I know, Victor, that's your backyard.
Oh, that's my. I'm right up the street. I'll be over there in 30 minutes if he's ready to talk.
Peter North, I swear I've seen some of your videos, man.
You don't want to admit that on an open forum.
I hope you ain't fucking with me, dude, because that's
No pun intended.
you guys, these VIP shows, they always get off the rails. Peter, hit us up, man. Go on realestatewholesalersclub.com and schedule with Victor, and we'll make that whatever you want it to be, man. Whatever you're thinking, just let us know.
Yeah, I got some land buyers right now looking for property in this area. So yeah, definitely connect with me.
And everybody else is going to Pornhub right now and putting in Peter North, trying to figure out.
Why does he know the sites though?
He's just a well-educated man.
What
other sites can we check since you're giving us a list?
I don't know anymore. That's
right.
I read a book one time about that one. That's
okay. My guy. Oh my God, you talk about going off course. We're way off. I guess we should let Nicholas go back to doing what he's doing.
So I got an Evernote of all the different porn sites. I could get to that one if you want.
Oh, here we go.
I'm kidding.
You can share the Evernote with everybody.
all right. Let's go back to it, man.
Yeah, well, I can do it from my phone. I can share.
We're gonna have to start calling Monday
Alrighty.
messy Mondays
share
instead of
my
marketing
screen.
Mondays. Messy Mondays. You guys always going off the rail.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi guys.
What's going on, Sandra?
Messy Mondays.
I know. I hear
But I'm
you.
always here for it though, so I guess I'm guilty too.
You guys are great. I appreciate it. Thank you, Good Looking Honky. I appreciate that.
You brought the entertainment for the day.
You know, if it went off the rails, but it needed to. And it's all breaking up, man.
Yeah, somebody's in an echo chamber.
We can't hear you. It's breaking up. You gonna show us the app? Is your computer died or what happened, man? Yep. Yeah. Well, that's the way it goes. Must be having a. There we go. There we go. We're back. We're back. I don't know. Does it do that to y'all when that happens and you got headsets on? It like makes your brain like scrambled a little bit, like
The scramble.
yeah, like I just
Mhm.
it's strange.
I find that a lot of times the systems don't like headsets. Like when I try using my headset with my system, I have all sorts of problems. Like I don't know why. And I do like one-on-ones or whatever, and every time they wear a headset, they end up having to take it off for the conversation. I don't know if Zoom just doesn't like them or what the deal is with that.
Yeah, I've
You haven't
never
had that issue? Obviously not,
Bluetooth.
right?
Bluetooth. I have. Well, this is a corded one.
Yeah,
and-
with Bluetooth, it's really bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
Recorded, it works a lot better.
Yeah, that's so true. And I don't know why that is, but I think it's Windows 10, yo.
It's probably, yeah. That man became a
Because-
multi-billionaire with a piece of junk.
Well, and
Can't be
yeah.
mad at him.
So, I got this corded stuff because I can count on it. That's what's up, and
That's what's up.
it works. And but the Bluetooth stuff, also, I'm afraid of like brain tumors. Like I don't. I don't know how they tested this stuff. Like
Sure.
I don't normally stick my head in a microwave either, but
Not normally.
not usually.
Right.
Only on the week.
occasion.
Only on the weekends. Right.
Right, there you go.
Well, I don't know what happened to Nick. I guess we could see your phone, Nick, but we couldn't hear you, man. It was breaking up real bad. It's like you didn't have enough RAM or something. I don't know. This RAM stuff's crazy. Also, Windows, it's like huge. Like it takes up the whole computer. I hate that.
Hmm.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we had a question the other day about the lesson I was talking last week on how to build a Craigslist for rent business. You guys remember that session? And we talked about the major machines in your business. And let me see here if I can draw us I want to draw here. I want to draw a factory. I'm not much of an artist here, but I want to draw a factory. Oops, that's not it. So we just got a box factory here. And in our factory, we're going to have 4 machines. Okay. Man, why I suck at this? I can't get this thing to draw. Okay. In our factory, we have 4 machines. The first one, we talked about this last week. We have to get data or an audience, right? Now, it doesn't matter if that's Facebook, if that's Craigslist, if that's Zillow, if that's whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You have to pick something for the week, okay? You have to pick something for the week. Now, this week, we're doing Zillow for sale by owners. We're also doing Craigslist for rents, okay, in my business. All right, that's what we're doing. And we're going to get target numbers accomplished. If you don't know what the target numbers are, we talk about that on a weekly basis here. If you're brand new, you're looking to get 1 or 2 deals this month, you want to get at least 500 to 1,000 scrapes of data, okay? 500 to 1,000, all right? Now, this can be done real cheaply and in a number of different ways, all right? But you have to start with an audience. And that's the first machine in your factory, okay? I don't have any smokestacks, but there needs to be 4 smokestacks on top of this factory. All right, the second machine is the lead getting machine, right? Now, what I mean by that is having some kind of a marketing message. And it's an outbound type message. This outbound type message in my case is a text message. The text message has to be congruent with the audience. Okay. We were just getting some messages in the VIP chat room. He asked me if there was a good text message because What is a good text message? Because the data audience that he picked was the Zillow for rent section, which is going to be realtors, and brokers. Okay. And maybe a few property management companies. So that's the audience in the Zillow for rent section. Okay. Now, once the Zillow for rent section, he scrapes that. What's a good, he's got one accomplished. Machine number one did its job. Machine number two, what's it going to do? It's got to send out a text message. In my case, we use text messages. You may choose to use ringless voicemail, something different, but all of these things happen. And all of these things happen the same day every single week for us. Okay. They should also happen the same day every single week for you. Now, let's go ahead and talk about that. I told him that a good message for realtors is this, or something like this. Hi, I'm Justin. I buy homes when the seller can consider something unique. Not every home will sell on the market or in the time frame you or your client would like. I am a buyer of homes in this area that I keep for investment properties. I don't lowball on my offers. I can give your seller close to or 100% of what their home is worth. Okay, now that's pretty wordy. You can cut that down. And then he asked me, have you tested hitting up the agents with a lease to own message? Okay. Yeah, that's basically what I'm thinking with that message. All right. But I have to talk to realtors differently than I talk to for sale by owners. Right. So realtors are in it for the money. This is their job. Right. So as long as you're leading with, I buy houses that you have for sale, even in tight situations, and I get you paid. So I'm not asking you to work for free. That message right there would probably work. I mean, if you let them know that you pay them, right, and that you buy houses, that's what's kind of what they do. They sell houses, right? They sell houses and they want to get paid for it. All right. So you have to cater the message towards the audience, whatever it is. All right. Now, message or machine number 3, we talked about last week. We're gonna dive further. This is just kind of a recap. Machine number 3 is the pre-qualification call to the leads that respond in machine number 2. Okay, a pre-qualification call. Last week we edited, we created, we changed our basic VA script. Okay, you're going to have to get into the course. And by the way, I know the course right now is down, and also Shut Up Money across the board.com is down. And the reason why, it should be back up shortly. Believe it or not, my credit card expired and I got a new one. You know what I mean? And so the expiration date and the security code on the back are different. And I forgot to tell GoDaddy. And GoDaddy canceled my shit without even one email, without letting me know anything. It canceled on the 17th, and I'm just now figuring it out last night that my stuff don't work. And I'm like, that is rude.
That's poor business.
That is, man. That is. So anyway, that did happen. All right. And then so you might have to edit your script. Long story short, edit your script. Now, the last one is that guts closing call. That's the last machine, right? Because number 4, you should be closing a deal over the phone, sending out documents, getting them signed. Okay. Number 3 is the call where you just find out information and this and that. Now, that doesn't mean that on number 4 here, the guts closing call, that you're not, maybe it's a 2 or 3 call close. Maybe you have to have Evernote or something like that. Maybe you have to have something like Trello where you can follow up with them and be reminded. Okay. So, you know, that call right there, number 4, is different than number 3. All right.
9-5.
Number 3 is supposed to be for your virtual assistant. Number 4 is supposed to be for you. All right. Number 3 is script based. Number 4 is guts based. Okay. Both are question based strategies, though. Okay. They're all about asking questions. And why is that? Somebody tell me. Why is it that 3 and 4, those 2 machines, the fuel that makes them run is questions? Somebody explain that to me. Anybody have any comments on that?
Just trying to get information so you can make the proper offer.
Yeah, exactly.
Gathering ammo to load your gun.
Yeah. Yeah. Gathering ammo to load your gun, getting information, getting emotional momentum, figuring out their motivation on a scale of 1 to 10. You know, when you ask questions, what do you find out? Somebody tell me. What is selling? Somebody tell me that. What is selling? In country boy terms. I'm not looking for the Webster's dictionary or Oxford. I'm just
Identifying their needs and greeds and closing them on it.
okay. Identifying needs and greeds. Anybody else got any thoughts on it?
Solving
Opinions?
problem.
Solving a problem. Okay. Or finding their needs and greeds and solving it. Yeah. Anything else that we might say? Okay. So in country boy terms, if I were to sum it up, I might say selling is finding out what the other guy wants and figuring out the best way to get it to him. What do you think about that? Does that country boy phraseology there? Does that fit the definition? Finding out what the other fellow wants and then figuring out a way to get it to him. Yeah, pretty much finding out his needs and greeds, finding out what the problem is, finding out how to solve it. Kind of all the same stuff. Yeah, that's what selling is. And in number 1 and 2, we are lead generators. But in 3 and 4, we have a sales. Okay, so in your business, you've heard every business has marketing. You hear the big guru guys talk about marketing. And then you hear them also say, but then there's, besides marketing, you have to have sales. You got to have both. This is how it breaks down in the real estate wholesaler's business. Marketing department is the data and the audience, and the lead outbound marketing. That's the marketing department. The sales department is the pre-qualification call to the leads, which is question based. And number 4, the guts call where you go to close them. So that's the sales department. So you got to learn sales. Sales is finding out what the other guy wants and figuring out how to get it to him. So questions in number 3. But thank God number 3 is script based for your virtual assistant. And number 4, we talk about guts, and Victor role plays it every Wednesday. We teach guts here. We teach you how to do this. So you got to get in and practice if you want to get good.
7-3.
That's just how it works. If you don't put in, you can't get out, right? You got to put it in or you can't get it out, you know? So come practice with us when we're practicing, and we do it every week. This week, I don't think we're doing it because of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no role play on Wednesday this week.
So let's go through here real quickly and talk about each machine real quickly. And let's come up with some possibilities for each data and audience. For example, Craigslist for rents. Okay. We already talked about that. We talked about Zillow and we talked about the for rents. And that would be so Craigslist for rent, that would be a message going to landlords or for sale by owners that have started trying to rent. Okay. If you use that strategy, you're going to be using a different message. Okay. That's what we're going to talk about next. So, but these are all different possibilities. Craigslist for rent, Zillow for rent. What's some other possibilities? Zillow for sale by owner. You could do Craigslist for sale by owner. Let's just get the obvious out of the way. What's some other places I could get data? PropStream, we mentioned before, 10,000 records, right?
Mhm.
Per month. Where else might we get data? Some of you are using Facebook groups. That's okay. You know, that's data. It's just not data like you get it off PropStream or data like you scraped it off Zillow. It's data like Facebook's data. It's their audience. And that's perfectly fine. It's data. It's an audience. Okay. So some of you are posting a message in Facebook groups. That's just fine.
Managing social media campaigns with Monday.com is easy. How easy? This.
So what's some other places? Anybody else got any ideas? That's okay, man. Any other ideas? Bandit signs we've talked about. What else? Those stickers, right? What else? Anything else we could think of? We're just brainstorming. No right or wrong answers here. All of these things, though, I want you to notice, all of them, doesn't matter what they are, all of them require that you have a message, that you either create an ad for a Facebook group or a message for a Facebook group, or you create a message for a bandit sign or the stickers, or for your absentee vacant property owners that you skip traced off PropStream. You got to have a message for them, a Craigslist message, a Zillow message for rents, or maybe it's Fizbos. It doesn't, whatever your messages, people say, hey, what's the best message I can send out? I don't know. What are you sending it to? You know what I mean? So you got to get creative here. You got to learn to be creative and change up your messages and learn to not think like, man, I'm doing this wrong. Man, I have sent out messages where I accidentally misspelled shit and it works fine. Okay. And sometimes now I do it on purpose. Yeah. It's okay. It makes me look real. It makes the marketing look real. And today, that is probably the biggest commodity, is authenticity, right? So you got to be good with changing the messages. This is going to take some practice. Okay. You're going to practice this. You want to come up with a lot of messages in your career. More messages than you'll ever remember is what you're going to come up with in your career. So get used to coming up with messages and make them fun. The more fun you can have with that, the better. Okay. Now, lead marketing outbound messages. Every one of these audience is going to have a different one. All right. So you're going to have to cater the message to the audience. I know this is kind of like marketing 101, but to me, the fundamentals is what makes us successful or not. And this is how you structure your business, guys. This is how I structure my business. This is how I think everybody that structures their business. I don't know of any other way. All right. Cater the message to the audience. All right. The pre-qualification script. All right. You're going to have to cater this VA script to your message and audience. Last week, we edited our script and we made it fit a for rent on Craigslist. Okay. The one in the course is for sale by owners. Now there's one in there for rents. Okay. We could have dozens of scripts for this and that and the other thing. But what would be best is if you guys felt a little more confident, went in there, edited up your scripts on a regular basis, on a weekly basis, even to fit your weekly marketing audience and your message. Okay. You got to do this, guys. If you don't do this, then what happens? The script gets old, it gets crusty, it's not working. It doesn't really fit the audience as good as it used to because you've changed. Results are down. Everybody's scratching their head. I don't know why we're doing the same exact thing we were doing 3 weeks ago when we got 17 really good leads and 3 of them we pre-qualified and they were ready to go. And we ain't seen nothing since. Why? Well, go through here, check. Do you have congruency through here? Symmetry? I don't know what the word is, but is your audience congruent with the message that you're sending them? And is the message that you're sending them congruent with, in the leads that come back, congruent with the script that you're using to pre-qualify them? Okay. Because if you're using the for sale by owner script with the for rents, that's what's going wrong. Okay. I know that sounds basic, but guys, I have made the mistake. Others make the mistake on a regular basis. This needs to be a clean, easy flow machine with one focus. All right. Once you have this developed, especially with your virtual assistants, you can now change data sets, change message, change script. You're off to the races on a completely different audience. Okay. That's what, if I guess I had to give myself credit for something in business, it would be that's what I have. I can change my marketing on a dime. I mean, like right now, today, we can go in a different direction. A big corporation or a big company can't do that. I can do that because I have this 4-piece flow in my acquisitions. All right. This is just the acquisition side. All right. But I can change data sets in a heartbeat. I can change message in a heartbeat. I can change scripts in a heartbeat. And the guts call is always the same, no matter what. Same objections, same everything. So that's how you set up your machine. Now, if you have a factory mentality for your business, my business acquisition side is like a factory. It has 4 machines in it. Machine 1 is data. Machine 2 is lead outbound messages, creating leads. Number 3 is pre-qualification. Number 4 is the guts sales closing call, picking up the low-hanging fruit and sending out contracts for signature. Okay, if you think of it like that and you build it that way, now when you hire team members, virtual assistants to come in and work the machines, you don't have to worry so much about the virtual assistant. You have to worry about, did the machine work? Did the machine operate? Did the Craigslist audience get scraped properly? Okay. You're now managing the factory instead of managing a person. Okay. This person is not a person like a slave that you manage. All right. This is a machine and you've hired them to run a machine. Do this and do this well for me every single day. Here's the markets. Here's the messages. Here's the training. Go. Okay. Like an assembly line. Guys, once you build this, you can plug anything. I'm telling you, you can plug. If I wanted to start a business today, working nothing but tired landlords, 10 years of ownership and older, maybe they, you know, live out of state. Even if I wanted to start that business, I could start it today. Easy. Because all I have to do is go to PropStream, download that data, skip trace it. Number one's done. I already know I can come up with a great message for tired landlords. We have some already written down. Easy peasy. Number three, I can easily edit, man, that pre-qualification script. Number four, I'm off on a guts call that's the same no matter who I'm talking to. All right. So easy. That's what I'm talking about, being like Bruce Lee. Be like water. Okay. I can change tomorrow and go right into the ugly house business. If I wanted to drop, if they passed a law tonight that said every lease option expert out there, your business is done. It's done once and for all now and forever. If they said that and the business was over, no problem. I'll go to PropStream. I'll pull off tired landlords. I'll go to PropStream. I'll pull off people with, you know, free and clear properties. I'll pull some other filters. I'll skip trace that. And next thing you know, number two machine is operating. There's a message. Number three, there's a pre-qualification script. Number four, we're closing deals again. These machines will work with any kind of data. As long as you adjust machine 2 and 3 to work along with machine 1. Okay. I hope that's helpful, guys. I hope this is helpful. I think the more we talk about this and we break it down, I think the more, even if it's boring, because you've heard it before, I think it will sink in a little. Okay. One of the best pieces of advice in my own personal life I ever got was to learn how to compartmentalize. Learn how to compartmentalize. And what I'm talking about is I was sitting in front of a psychologist. I don't know if he was a shrink or whatever. I don't know, but psychologist. He said, you know, you got to compartmentalize better, man. He said, that's all I'm hearing. These problems you're telling me about in your life. He said, it's just compartmentalization, man. He said, that's you taking your work home. And I'm like, you know, well, but I work at home, you know. He's like, that's just you. You don't know how to turn it off and turn it back on. He said, you got to compartmentalize. There's times when Justin is Justin, the real estate investor. There's times when Justin's the coach. There's times when Justin's the husband. There's times when Justin's the dad. There's times when Justin's the friend. He said, once you master that, you'll be a lot happier. So I started practicing this, guys. And, you know, I'm so glad he said that, because it was a huge change. For, not only was he right for my life, but also he was right for my business, because I started breaking my business down like that too. I'm a compartmentalize everything now. And not only does that make me safer from my virtual assistants stealing my business from me, and partners and people like that just robbing my entire business away from me, can't do it because I've got them over here in this little compartment. They might hurt me over here in this little compartment, but that don't devastate the whole business. That's one machine. That's one machine in a factory of 4 machines. Okay. I could easily replace that person, fix the machine, and then we're back in business. So compartmentalization, guys, think of it like that. Data, outbound message, pre-qualification, close. Okay. That's your 4 machines. All right. And if you're doing them out of order, or you're not, or they're not congruent, man, this business just doesn't work. It just won't, you know? And so practice building your business like blocks, like building blocks, one on top of each other. Start with 1, do 2, then 3, then 4, and do it every single week. Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday's follow-up day, signature Saturday. That's what we do. You see, that's how we have it broke down. Sunday is scrape day, day-to-day. Data Sunday. Monday is marketing Monday, we call it. Yeah, but that's the day we set up our outbound messages. Number 2 machine. Number 3 machine starts pre-qualification calls. That starts on Thursday. And then machine number 4 usually starts late Thursday and Friday. So you can see how the machines fire off at different times during the week. But dude, what momentum we have, you know, like pistons in an engine. They don't all fire at the same time. They have to fire in time. You ever have a car where the timing is off? Oh yeah, man, I have. The thing's smoking out the back, you know, and everything. Smoking out the back, smoking out the front. Yeah, I've had it, man. I know the feeling. Some of you guys out there probably right now be like, yeah, my car sounds just like that. Yeah. I got to slam on the gas to get it through. Yeah. Yeah. I've had some shitty cars in my life. Yes, I have. Not now, but I have had some shitty cars. But you got to have the timing set, that consistency, that ritual, that routine, that timing with those machines firing at that specific time each week. You become an unmovable, unstoppable real estate acquisitions force. And if you can master that one thing, getting that rhythm, getting that flow, that routine, I would pit you against any other competition out there, because the competition is lazy. They ain't got that, y'all. They ain't got that. And I'm telling you, if you just get it set up like that, you might not get a deal the first week. You might not get a deal the second week. You might not get a deal the third week or the fourth week either. You're new at this, but I promise you, it's coming. It's coming. There ain't no other way. Guys, I haven't always been polished at these phone calls. I haven't always been good at them even. I have had a lot of lucky wins. You'll get some too if you keep, you know. I play penny slots on the when I go to the boat, but I also like the slots on Facebook, you know. And you know, the funny thing about it is you never get anything, you never win, and you never lose if you never play. Right?
Can I ask you a quick question when you get a chance?
Yeah, go for it, man.
How do you separate, and you know, build a partition between your separate departments? Like, how do you make that happen? Like, you know, your acquisitions team versus your dispositions team, and what access they have to each other. Can you speak on that, or is it?
Yeah. As far as my business goes, it's probably different for other fellas, but when you hire the right VAs and acquisitions people, they're not out to get you in the first place and commingle with the other guy and build a new partnership and tell you to hit the bricks. You know, not everybody's wired like us, Victor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like sometimes other people don't even think about that kind of possibility is what I'm getting at. And so in my case, I got good people.
Okay.
But then also I am the filter between the two. So they participate with one another on Trello. Okay. So they have a lot of comments and they'll be talking back and forth a lot on there. And then we also have a Monday meeting where we're all together, and we have a Friday all together meeting.
Okay.
So they do interact there at those times too, but during the week, as far as I know, Victor, and I could be wrong, probably am, they don't really interact with one another much. They will interact with me. So in other words, the dispositions guy will call me and he'll say, hey, you know, I've got this guy, he wants to go in and take a look at the property. Unfortunately, this will be the second time we've had to show this one. And I think it might be best if the acquisitions team actually makes the call and sets up the appointment this time instead of me, because they have more rapport. And I'm like, yeah, I got you. Okay, so let me handle this. Okay, so you see, I'm playing filter man. And that also helps me manage my business though.
Mhm,
So like, I know what the hell's going on. You know what I mean?
mhm.
I still play that management role. All right.
Yeah.
So I haven't graduated from that.
Yeah.
I hope that answers your question, man. I don't know. It
Yeah,
wasn't a
yeah,
great
it does.
answer.
It does. It does. It's less about the system than it is about the people in terms of having trust and having them be committed to their particular jobs. Treat them well, pay them well, have them stay exactly where they are in their lane, so to speak. And everybody work together, everybody winning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Justin and Victor, can I ask you guys a question? Just hearing you guys talking about this. So is this is real where like you could have VAs and people that you've hired kind of go like take your business and kind of work around you?
Oh, absolutely. Otherwise,
No,
we'll be working too much.
No, we just made that up.
No, I'm serious. No. Very, very funny. Messy Monday.
That's Monday.
No,
I just
I'm
came up with that.
No, I just because so you guys have horror stories. Well, you guys know I'm new, so I'm always like asking you guys 1,000 questions. So, because I don't have a VA yet, so I'm doing everything on my own. So, like there's been instances where it's happened to both of you guys.
Well, go ahead, Justin.
No, go for it, man.
Well, for me, no. I haven't been using VAs long enough, and like Justin, I'm very conscious, and I pay attention to people, what their motivations are, what kind of setup they have, and I try to gauge, what kind of individuals I'm dealing with. I try to reward my VA for doing her job effectively. And I encourage her to want to stay with me. Right now, the VAs that I have, they're constantly giving me love, and they, if they do something wrong, they're definitely afraid that I'm going to let them go. Not because they fear me, but because they enjoy working with me. I take care of them, they take care of me, type of scenario. And like Justin says, you have to identify the ones that you feel are trying to do too much. And themselves are trying to be entrepreneurial on your dime.
You don't want no dreamers.
Yeah, you want worker bees.
I don't want anybody that wants to do anything beyond what it takes to make me happy. That's it. You know what I mean? And I know that sounds bad, but
it's real.
But the go-getter, he don't always get the job. Because I know the go-getter going to stab me in the back here in a couple months, if that. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. And guard your stuff. You give them only what they need. Don't give them the key to the front door when you're not around and that kind of thing. Limit access to just what they need.
I'll tell you another thing too. It'll happen in ways you don't even think. And for example, one time I had this virtual assistant was using my local computer through an app called TeamViewer. Okay, and so we had him logging in to my computer. I had an isolated computer with a monitor on it and everything, so I could kind of watch, but nobody used it for anything except it was the virtual assistant's computer, desktop version. He would log in from the Philippines or Bangladesh or wherever, I don't remember. And he would, I think it was Philippines, but he would log in and then put Craigslist ads up, and it would fool Craigslist because it was actually coming from my computer locally. You see where I'm coming from, why we did that?
Yeah.
So I had him setting up these Craigslist ads, and I'm all proud of it and everything. And my wife, she'd come into the room and she'd be like, "What's going on that computer over there?" And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's a VA. He's working on putting ads up. It's pretty cool, huh?" Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, he's logged in from Philippines and fools Craigslist. I mean, we're slick. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, all right, yeah. She goes about her life. I'm going about my business. A couple hours later, she comes back. She's like, "Hey, what's going on?" Looks over. There's like porn. There's Peter North over there, man.
Peter North.
Yeah. And I was like, oh shit. You see what I did? See, I didn't let him know, you know, I gave him freedom, and I didn't think that he would use the freedom to watch American porn, but he did. So on my office computer, right in front of my family. Okay.
Not a very bright guy.
Okay, so you know, I had to let him know, you know, that's not okay. So when he says protect yourself and not give them too much freedom, you really have to think through this.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to think through what you're giving them access to, because you don't really know them, and they're not really ever going to get arrested for anything they do to you.
Right.
Okay, because they're halfway across the world and nobody cares anyway, right? So that's you know, the facts. You have to think through it and try before you trust. Try before you trust, or test before you trust. Okay, because you'll thank me later. You'll thank me later.
You definitely will.
But that's virtual assistants. The answer to the question, Sandra, yes. You can very much, pretty easily nowadays, train a virtual assistant to run machine number 1, to run machine number 2, to run machine number 3, and you can handle machine number 4. Okay. It'll take a while to teach someone to do number 4.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do teach someone number 4, you're going to have to dig into your deal pocket pretty deep. Okay. Because this person knows how to make money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now that's just the facts. So you may always just keep number 4 machine for yourself. And as the foreman of your factory, your deal acquisitions factory, maybe you are just foreman. Okay. Maybe you're Norman the foreman. All right. And you can outsource 1, 2, and 3 really easily. Now, conversely, on the disposition side, we'll talk about that next time we get together, but you can also outsource those machines. Very easy to do. Very easy to do. But you don't want to start there. You want to start with building your machine over on the acquisition side. Start your factory over there.
Mm-hmm. And Sandra, one more thing. Justin has a lot of really good training that has a lot of little, you know, background information that was real valuable to me when I started doing the VA thing, because I didn't really start doing it until I became part of the VIP club. But one of the things that Justin talks about is how you can go to the VA part of your business, and you can either hire them yourself through someplace like an Upwork, or put out an ad on Fiverr or something. There's agencies, which I would not recommend. And myself, what I use a particular company that does all the hiring, firing, and everything else associated with my VA, because I knew that that's not what I wanted to do. Like, I do not like doing the hiring and the firing and everything like that. I like making one phone call and say, give me someone else.
Okay.
And they handle all of that for me. So there's different ways that you can actually enter into that arena. And, you know, in the club here, we can help guide you and stuff. But Justin has a bunch of really good training already out there on you know, the channel and stuff, the YouTube channel and everything. So check that out before you make the leap.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor. That's so sweet of you. So sweet.
Come on, baby. You know I love you.
Yeah. Are there any questions or anything here in the Zoom room or in the chat? Let me check the Facebook group VIP chat and see if there's anything cooking in there. Any questions in the Zoom room though? Anything happening? It's good to see everybody. Nope. Looks like we're all clear. Okay, guys. It's a funky week, holiday week. So adjust your schedules, adjust your routines, adjust your plans. Make sure you eat lots of turkey and watch a lot of TV or whatever you do on the holiday with your family. I know family is like, it's so boring sometimes just being with family. On Thursday, it's just like, holy shit.
You guys be safe, man. This Corona thing is serious. You guys don't go mixing with people and not being safe and not wearing masks and, not social distancing. I'm a big believer. I'm not one of those that think that it's a hoax. I've seen too many people really, dying and suffering behind this stuff. So, you guys definitely, be safe on your holidays, man, and keep your family safe.
My mom and dad just came out of quarantine last Friday. They was quarantined for, I think, 20 something days. I mean, they were, I don't know. They were sick, dude.
Yeah. It's terrible. I know a couple of people that have got it, and they fortunately they survived, but
yeah,
what they described was painful.
Yeah. That's what my family experienced too. And so everybody out there, do us a favor and stay safe, all right, and stay healthy. We love you. We appreciate you. I don't take you for granted. I told you that the other day, and I'm going to tell you again, I'm grateful for you, and I'm thankful for you and the time that you spend with us. And everyone that's in the VIP club and that watches, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I don't even deserve it, but you're here, and I love you for it. God bless you. Thank you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed day.
Thanks,
All right.
Josh.
Take care, guys.